So I'm back with another art journal with me. This time I am working in my kindness journal. So this is the journal that I am keeping for the new Get Messy season of kindness. We are currently on week 3, and by the time you're seeing this, week 3 will be up. But I sort of got a late start on getting my pages and spreads for week 3. And so I had a day where it was just really rainy, and it's been rainy for a while, and I just kind of sat down, opened up my journal, and thought I would just play. This journal spread here, I really didn't look at the prompts. I did read the prompts when we first got them, but I didn't go back and read through them, so I'm just kind of playing. So I had no idea what I wanted to do for this spread at all. I just took out, the pieces that I put together to work in this journal with, and I just took out things that, just kind of spoke to me at the moment. That's usually how I journal sometimes. Sometimes when the prompts don't really catch my eye or anything like that, or I just kind of want to play with the materials, I just kind of sit down and layer things on top of each other and just see what happens. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just laying a bunch of pieces. I kind of wanted to use this setup that I have right now. So I have a paint swatch. I put a kind of like a paper strip, like a piece of spare paper from when I cut down the papers for my journal, and I'm trying to figure out what the right floral to use as well as the right doily to use. Eventually, I play around with this so much that I abandoned the whole thing. I really wanted to use those stickers that I showed. You can see them out of frame. Those stickers that I just picked up right now, they're from Lace and Whimsy. They are the Fairies and Folly in the lilac color, and I really wanted to use them on this spread. Like, I really wanted to use them because they match so perfectly with the tone of my journal. But you'll see that I completely abandoned this once I add a bunch of scribbles to my page, and I end up doing something completely different. But that's just what I'm doing right now, is just playing around with whatever I have here. And it kind of took me a while because I think the paint swatch kind of threw me off a little bit. That, and I'm working on this piece of ivory, I think it's drawing paper that I have here. So it's different when you work from a page that already has like a pattern on it to like working with a page that is completely blank. Like, I feel like when you have a page that is just blank, you have to just be creative in how you work with it. And the squareness of like the paint chip and everything, it just didn't work. So I have these stickers here. These are from the Maggie Holmes Chasing Dreams, and the packet is half free stickers and I think label stickers. I took out the phrases, and there was one that said "have courage and be kind," and so of course that is the sticker that I kind of wanted to work with on this page. And you see here I kind of abandoned everything that I had built up there, and I was trying to cover some of that blank drawing paper there with another piece that I had like stitched together. It just didn't work. I think at this point I was trying to look for something that would work. I pulled out a piece of paper from the Prima Lavender collection that had all the butterflies, and I fussy cut one of the butterflies to use. I end up not using it, but this is me fussy cutting it out of that piece of paper there. And this is how I work. I think all of my previous journal with me's, I've had some sort of idea of how the finished page is supposed to come out. Like, I've had that vision in my head, but this one I just kind of went in and just wanted to play around, and I really didn't have a clue what I was gonna do. And usually most of my art journal spreads and pages start off like that. Sometimes I get like a great idea and I'm just like, oh, I see it in my head, and those are the ones that I kind of would do a video for because I have like a focus. but sometimes I just don't know what I'm doing and I'm just kind of playing around. And I think that's the fun thing about keeping an art journal, is that you can just play with whatever you have. And literally this was the stuff that was on my desk. It was the little pile of stuff that I pulled out for creating and working in this journal, and I just had it on my desk and I decided to use that. Ideally, what would have made sense was to add some paint onto this page, but that meant that I would have to pull out my paints, and I was being really lazy and not wanting to deal with that. So this is where I do the whole scribble thing, and I was gonna layer everything on top of the scribble, which kind of covers most of the scribble. And I think it was this part that I go through a bunch of the die cuts and eventually end up abandoning that paint swatch with the paper and the sticker on top of it. And these die cuts that I'm looking through are from Prima. They're from their Vintage Dreams or Vintage Floral collection. It's the same collection that these floral die cuts are from as well. It's their Prima Traveler's Journal collection. So I pull out this floral, and I love how that floral looks, so with the scribbles in the background. And you can see here that I kind of know what I'm going to do. I really wanted to use a doily, and I kind of wanted to use the darker doily to bring out some of those darker tones in the floral die cut. And that doily is from a Planner Society kit. So I think it was from the most recent one. Yeah, I think this was from January. It had those pink florals, and I love those florals. But I really wanted some of that darker tone to come out, but not be too like harsh and dark, because I like lighter things and pastel-y. But yeah, so I kind of layered this and I really liked it. That hello piece doesn't actually end up on this page, and I don't know why, but this is what happens. I glue this down and I put that sticker there, and I think that is just perfect, and it's so simple. It's amazing how I had to go through all of that other stuff just to get to this really simple page here. So once I have that page like good and done, I go ahead and try to work on the next one. And the opposite page has this Prima paper that has like old on a book page paper and stuff like that. And again, I was trying to use the paint swatch, the one that I was trying to put on the other page. But I end up cutting up this paint swatch so that it's like a strip, and you'll see it's kind of oddly rounded, so I have to take that off, those pieces off, so it's straight and squared. And then I end up cutting in half, because I only wanted to use like a strip of it to write on. So I really like writing on the paint swatches. So since that paper was a pattern paper, I needed something there to do some journaling. And so of course I just cut down one of the paint swatches. And now I'm looking through my papers to see what else I can layer with that paint swatch, and I end up settling on these old book pages, and I think I used the one from the Alice in Wonderland book. I think I used the pages from the Alice in Wonderland book in like everything that I make now, because I tore up the entire book and I have all the guts left, so. So I just basically ripped a piece of paper to layer behind the paint swatch, and I end up gluing that down there on that page. Before I do that though, I went ahead and pulled out some of the new Prima washi tape. These are a mixture. I took out a bunch of them. One set is from their Cherry Blossom collection. That's one of the new collections, and the other set is from, I think it was from Amelia Rose, but they have so many washi tapes, new washi tapes, and they all match, like all the collections match. And so I'm using some tape. It looks like a measuring tape. That one is from the Cherry Blossoms collection, and then this one is kind of like I don't even know what to call it. It's like a distressed looking pattern, and I think that one is from Amelia Rose. But I just used some washi tape to sort of soften up the edges of that paint swatch, and once I put it down, I go ahead and glue the whole thing down to my page. And I debate for a while repeating that sort of tape measure washi tape, but in the end I decide to leave my spread the way it is. I end up adding a little bit of pen scribbles to that page too, just so it matches the other page, and that is it. I end up leaving my page like that, and I'm gonna go ahead and do my journaling off camera. But I will insert some photos here, and that is it. I really hope you enjoyed this little journal with me, and I will see you all next time. Bye!